Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. We're here live in sunny Leerdam. This is going to be our floor bar for today. So grab a mat or a little bit of a blanket if you've got one, and please join in. Right, everybody, we're going to start standing at the end of your mat or at the end of your blanket if you've got one. I want you to just tuck your chin to your chest and roll down through your spine slowly, bit by bit. Try and go through every single vertebra. It's probably going to be difficult once you get to your lower back. I know it's difficult for me. Just relax at the bottom, bend your knees, have a bit of a shake. Stretch your knees again. And then roll up slowly, bit by bit, through your spine. Taking care that you don't let your knees or your ankles roll in. Keep everything over the top. And then go again. All the way down. Very slowly. Trying really hard not to rock back in your legs. Try and stay as forward over them as you can. Bend your knees all the way down this time, give them a bit of a shake. Stretch your legs again. Roll all the way up, slowly. Hello, charming assistant. This is our charming assistant today, apparently. Okay, give your shoulders a roll when you get to the top, one way, about 4 or 5 times. And then the other way, 4 or 5 times. Now you're going to sit down. Just find yourself a nice comfortable space. Make sure you're sitting with your back straight and not slumped over like this. This is not a great posture. So I want you to take your hand on the side of your head. Stretch your neck over. Try not to lean towards the side you're stretching on. Keep as still as you can. If you find sitting with crossed legs very uncomfortable, feel free to sit with your legs straight out in front of you or with your legs in like the sort of yoga sit. Because whatever helps, really. You just want to be relaxed and comfortable. Other side. Personally, I find this incredibly comfortable. Kneeling up is also okay if your knees will deal with it. Okay, and then you want to put both hands, link them together, stick them behind your head. Tuck your chin in, and roll your head forward a little bit. Now, to the very flexible amongst you, this will not do much. But if you suffer from neck pain, be careful. Relax, and then for the last one, chin to the ceiling, head back, don't slouch your neck down. Can you see the difference between this and this? You don't want to crunch your neck in. Okay, give your shoulders a shake again. 4 ways, 1 way. All right, so seeing as we're down here, we may as well stay here. I was going to work a little bit of ballet floor bar into this. It's been quite a while since I've last done any floor bar, so I thought it would be quite fun to sort of have a go at it again. So lie down in front. Make sure you've got a little bit of space in front of you and a little bit of space behind you. Just double check yourself. Can you reach out to the side? Yeah, you're good. And then to the back. If you need to, and you have very bony hips, a bit like me, you can fetch yourself something else to put underneath your hips here. For me, I'm just going to grab a cushion. Make sure that my hips don't get into the floor. Right, we're good to go. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to tuck your hands under your shoulders, gently push up, put your forearms down in front of you. And I don't want you to sink down, and can you see the difference between this and this? Don't sink down into your shoulders, stretch up out of them. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn your legs out behind you, point your feet, and you're going to lift your leg up behind you. Try not to let it wander out to the sides, going behind you and down. Up and down. We're going to do this, let's say, 5 times each side. So that's 5 left and 5 right. Make sure that you're turning out as much as you can, and you're also supporting yourself, your back, with your stomach. Don't let your stomach just be relaxed. Make sure it's switched on and working. If, like me, you're a little bit inflexible, this is probably going to be a bit interesting on your back. So after we've done our last two, here's the last one. You're just going to tuck yourself under and stretch your back out. Just relax there, make sure you feel really, really comfortable. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing again. So remember to tuck your hands underneath your shoulders, push up. We're going to turn our legs out from the back. Try and make sure your heels are together as much as possible when you're coming back to your technical first position. So we're going to go through this again. As you go through this, you're going to want to be tempted to drop your head down and sink into your shoulders. Don't let that happen. Remember to keep as long as possible. This is good training for our rests. It's also a lot of work. And although the movement I'm doing looks very small, what you don't want to be doing is twisting and sort of wriggling out of position. This is for technique. It's not really for height. Our charming assistants tell her and Ziggy have decided to have a play session. Last two legs. And then tuck yourself into a little ball and stretch out. Think Ziggy's come to help? No? Did you come to help? Thank you, but I don't need it. Right. What we're going to do next, let's just double check I've got enough room around me. I think I'll turn the opposite way. Is we're going to lie down. All right, now you might want to also stick a pillow under your hip if you've got bony hips. What we're going to do is we're going to do something that the Francis Bleasdale felt work has had in it since 1920, but it's a classic and it's really good for you. You want to make sure your hips are stacked on top of each other. You want to make sure your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Arm is here to support you lying upwards. The other one is going to go here in front of you to stabilize yourself so you're not wobbling all over the place. Your feet are turned out, your hips turned out, your knees turned out, everything in your legs is just. So you're going to go ankle, knee, and you're going to take a nice développé, and then you're going to close and try and turn it out even more as you're closing your feet. So once again, take it to your ankle, up to your knee, développé, and then you're going to pull those legs together using your inside thighs. So have a couple more times, ankle, knee, développé up. Feel free, if you can keep the placement correct, feel free to take your leg a bit higher, but if it makes you do this, stop and keep it at 90. Then lower your leg, ankle, knee, développé, and then pull those legs together using your inside thighs, and then give yourself a little bit of a shake, sit up, legs in front of you, give yourself a shake. Now we're going to go on the other side. Probably just going to swing myself around so you can see me. I think you'd rather see my face. So, I'm going to go again from this side. Unfortunately, I have a table a little bit in the way. There we go. So make sure hips stacked on top of each other, same with shoulders. Make sure your center is working. What you don't want to do is kind of be like bent in your back. That will really put a lot of pressure on the middle of your back. You don't want that. So, let's go again. Ankle, knee, développé. Pull those inner thighs together. Shut your legs. Make sure it's a nice first position when you get there. Ankle, knee, close it. You coming to help? Close your legs, bringing them in, trying to turn out even more as you get down to the bottom. Make sure your shoulders and your hips don't go anywhere. And make sure that you're working to get the heel to the front of the room as much as possible and that it's not pointing towards the back of the room. Try and think about your leg as a corkscrew. The turnout starts down here and it wraps around to the top of your leg so that the sole of your foot should be aiming for the front of the room. Aiming. doesn't always get there. And then leg down. Let's have another time. All the way up. And then pull your leg down. And then you want to sit up, give yourself a stretch, bit of a shake. It's very important to relax after you've done stretching, because that way your body basically absorbs what you've done and isn't like and all tense after you finish stretching. It's stuff to do with sliding filament theory, which I did for my sports massage course. Okay, now I'm going to sit up straight, very Martha Graham style. Nice straight back, holding onto your ankles. You're just going to gently roll down and get your head as close to your feet as you can. Matter if you're here or if you're here, as long as you can feel a stretch here and you're not like crunching yourself into a ball. Try and relax as much as you can. And breathe as well. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, roll up again. Give your legs a shake. Stretch up. And roll down. Imagine the top of your head is going to the soles of your feet. So, give your legs a shake. Let's do 2 more times. Rolling down. Up to sort of the centre of your feet. Just relax there. Try really hard not to get your shoulders in your ears. If you feel like you're doing that, come to a place where your shoulders are not in your ears. Just try and relax as much as you can. So give your legs a shake. Last time, all the way down. This time, take your arms out in front of you to a position that's comfortable. No like stretching or straining, kind of like this. Just relax as much as you can. And just there, trying to breathe in and out. All right, sit up. Swing your legs in front of you, give them a shake. That's quite enough of that, I think. Now for the bit that everybody absolutely loves. Hamstrings. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing here. We're going to just roll down very gently from the top of the head. Imagine that this part is going towards your knees, not this part. Put your hands wherever you can put them to feel comfortable. Usually for me, I stick them on my shins. I'm just going to roll down. And you're going to stay where you can feel a bit of a pull, but not where you're like, you know what I mean? Not where it's really painful, just where there's a stretch. I want you to just stay there. And then sit up. Give your legs a shake. This time we're going to go a little further down. Are you going to help? Can you help me? Just relax your feet as well. They don't have to be pointed or flexed, just relax them. Sit up. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Right, this time, flex your feet, stretch your arms in front of you and reach forward. If you can get your toes, that's fine. If you can't, stay where you can feel a pull up your calves and your hamstrings. I'm just going to go to here. If you can get your head flat on your knees, go for it. And like wrap your hands around your legs as well if you want. Currently my calves are very, very stiff. Lots of tall stairs in the Netherlands. So I'm staying here. Enjoy the dramatic music. And then sit up, give your legs a shake. Anything like me, that's quite intense on the calves, so just be careful. You're going to stretch forward, reach your legs, flop over. Stay there as long as you can. Sit up, give your legs a shake. This will appeal to the ballet bods. Pointed feet this time. And just stretch yourself down along your legs. Hold onto your feet and stay there for as long as you can. Don't forget to breathe. Also, don't be stretching with your neck all tucked in like this. Remember to keep that head with the top of your head trying to face as much toward your knees as possible. Sit up, give it a stretch. Stretch. Well, we did that. Shake. And again, all the way down. Top of the head towards your knees. No tense shoulders. Try and relax as much as possible. It's always better for you if you relax when you're stretching. And relax. Shake your legs. Right. I think the time has come for a little bit of glute stretching. So if you didn't see how I got into that, you start off with one leg like this, bent in a sort of about as if you were about to cross your knees kind of a shape. You take this one, goes over the top to wherever you can manage. Mine will sit next to my hip, but for some people this will be as much as they can take because their ITBs, iliotibial band, which is the muscle here, will be quite tight. So just be careful. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall, no slouching, not good for you. And you're going to wrap your opposite arm to the leg you've got on top over. So for me, you probably can't tell because this is going to be mirror image. This is my right hand at the minute, and this is my left leg that's over the top. So I'm wrapping right hand over left leg, twisting, pulling my leg into me. And I don't know about you, but I can already feel a stretch in my glutes. Just stay there. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you relax as much as possible. You don't have to point or flex this foot. It can just sort of blob around. Okay. Relax. Legs a bit of a shake. Other leg. So I've tucked it underneath me again. This one is going to come over. My right leg is coming over this time. So I'll be wrapping my left hand around my right leg. This hand also goes behind me to sort of stabilize me. I don't need it too much, but it's there just so I can twist a bit more. And then you'll be feeling that stretch through your glutes. Okay, come back to the center. Let's shake. Right, let's have a go at some floor bar again. Just double check you've got some room around yourself. This one was something I learned when I was about 15 or 14 and doing a lot of extra work at home for auditions. So you're lying on your back. You've got your legs. Let's just move that away from me. Put your legs either side. Put your arms out in a T. Start with your feet flexed and straight, and then turn them out using your glutes. Arms down beside you. So you're going to imagine you're doing a tonju up the wall, the invisible wall that is not there. You're going to take heel forward first, and as you go, you stretch your foot, and then you reverse that, coming back down your invisible wall in front of you. Make sure you're not having your back pop off the floor. Make sure your hips aren't having a little jamboree by themselves. If it helps, and you feel stable enough, you can put a hand on the hip you're poking around with. So if you're going to tongue with this one, you can keep your hand on whichever hip you feel is the one that likes to wobble. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. That's 3 for each leg, but 6 in total. So heel forward with your right leg first. And then back down your leg. You should probably be feeling your inside thigh working as you're stretching along your invisible wall. Second set. Enjoy the dramatic music. Make sure that when you are pointing your foot, you are not sickling it. So don't worry this, because we're going up our invisible wall. Heel forward, and then toes back as you're pointing your foot. And then all the way down again. Careful as a key. All the way up. Stretch that foot. Make sure you feel very long from your hip to your toe. Imagine your foot is pointing into outer space, and you have a laser on your toe that's saying hi to the International Space Station. That's how long your leg should feel. Same with the bottom. Bottom leg should be pushing through your invisible wall. And that's quite enough of that. Put your legs flat, roll them up, hold on to them, give them a bit of a wiggle, and we're going to do that again because it's very good for us, even though it's quite tough. Just a little note about tonjus. I'm going to quickly take my sock off for you. Please excuse my feet. You don't want to crunch your toes in in any manner like that. You want to try and stretch them long as possible. You don't want to crunch your toes in because it messes up the muscles on the bottom of your foot. It's not very good for you. If you stretch them long, specifically for girls, it's super helpful for point work. And for guys, it's really good to get that nice flat base to turn on for pirouettes. So that's why you don't want to crunch your toes. Not great for you, doesn't help your point work. So, grab a drink of water, have a breather, and we'll go again. Lie down on your back, arms out to the side, flex your feet, turn them out, make sure they're as turned out as possible, all the way from the tops of your legs. And we're going to start again. Lunge up your invisible wall, and down. Other leg, all the way up your invisible wall, and down. Try really hard not to tip towards this leg that's tunging. Keep you nice and flat. And down. And again. And down. Last two. And down. And up. And down. Bring your legs in. Squeeze ziggy. And give them a bit of a squish towards you so you can relax your back. Speaking of backs, there's another exercise that I remember doing specifically for the run up to my auditions. This one was one that I think we got to know from a ballet DVD or video that I was practicing a lot of at home, but I noticed that a lot of my Royal Ballet associate teachers did it as well. So, lying down on your front, you want enough room around you to be able to tuck your arms underneath you and lift upwards. You want enough room sort of all around you here, but you'll be able to do that without smacking anything. So, like I said, put your arms out in front of you to start with, tuck them in under your shoulders, and you want to lift up. Now, be careful how far you go here. My back had an injury a little while ago, so I tend to take it very carefully on this. If you've got a very bendy back, you can do this with your arms up like that. Just don't pop your elbows out. So I'm going to start here. You're going to lift your arm forward, take it up to fifth on O, back to arabesque, and down. Same again, arabesque, fifth on O, arabesque, and down. Arabesque, fifth on O, arabesque, and down. Very dramatic. Arabesque, fifth on O. I feel like I'm in a big lift now. Arabesque, and down. Same as before, tuck yourself into a little relaxed child pose position. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, and repeat. Start with your arms out in front of you, tuck them under your shoulders. Now, if you fancy going up here to do this, just remember to keep holding on to the stomach muscles, because you don't want to just relax them and let your back deal with it all. It's not good for the bones in your spine. So keep this nice and locked in and ready to go. Okay. Pushing up. I'll go again. Arabesque. Fifth on O. Arabesque. And down. Keep those arms long. Try not to collapse into your shoulder. Try and push out a bit. Arabesque. And down. Arabesque. And lift. Stretch your arms as long as they'll go. Same. Last one. And just tuck yourself into child's pose. Right. You might want to grab a little pillow for this one. We're going to be winding down now, last couple of exercises. So grab yourself a pillow if you need it. You might not if you're on carpet. It might be all right if you're on carpet. We're going to do what I used to call swimming when I was a kid. Basically, you start with your legs straight behind you, head down on your hands, but I'll just lift mine up so you can hear me. And you want to do little kicks in the air, like that, with your legs straight. And just keep kicking. What you want to do as well is you want to have everything nice and straight, and the top of your body should be really relaxed. You shouldn't be all clenched up, you should be nice and long. Okay, relax. Now we're going to do the same thing. You're going to turn your legs out into first position, and you're going to still do the same kicking. Okay? Ready? Let's go. So keep those feet stretched and your knees stretched as well. Don't be doing this. Keep your knees stretched. Make sure that as you do this, you're still breathing. Last few kicks. Ooh, I'm hitting the floor. And then relax and tuck yourself into child's pose again. Just take the strain off your back. Okay. Next, let's do, I know what we can do. If you take the same position again, where you're lying on your side, this time bend your legs in, stretch your arm out, and make sure that you're not kind of slumping down and floppy. You need to make sure that everything's still working. The bonier amongst you might want a pillow, but if you're on carpet, you should be all right, I think. Right, so what you want to do, hand in front of you or hand on your hip, depending on your level of stability. You want to open up your leg, lift it, bring it back down, and then close. And you want to keep the turnout on that leg as much as possible. It doesn't matter if your turnout's here or if you're flat, you just have to make sure that that turnout stays. So let's do 5 of those one leg, 5 of those the other leg, and then have a rest. Okay, let's go. So open. Make sure you're not cheating. Try very hard as well not to move the top of your body away from yourself. You need to stay in one straight line. Open and lift. Toe down and close. If you're very, very strong in your seat muscles, this will just serve as good placement for you. If you're a bit on the weaker side, like I am at the minute, this is going to be a really good exercise. You'll probably feel it burning down here. That's good. Make sure you keep your feet pointed and not sickled. Try not to crunch your toes. And lift. And down. Right, switch around to the other side. Ooh, got cat hair on me. Right, same again. Make sure that wherever you position yourself, you've got enough room around you. And make sure that you're not sort of sinking back into one hip. Keep both of them on top of the other. Hand on your hip or hand on the floor in front of you if you need more stability. And off we go. Let's do 5 on this side as well. Make sure that you keep your center engaged throughout all of this. That feeling of, you know, when you were a kid and you grew out of a pair of jeans and you still desperately wanted to fit them. That kind of a feeling. Make sure that you're not wobbling around. Last one. Okay. Sit up. And you're just going to relax over your legs again. Okay, sit up. Give yourself a bit of a shake. Now, I think one of the last things we're going to do before we do a quick cool down is we're going to do a bit of feet work because that usually gets neglected. So make sure you've got enough space around you again. Put your feet in front of you. I think what I'll do is I'll take off my socks so you can see what my toes are doing because it's very important for you to see that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do more of the same stuff that I was taught to do for my auditions. Basically, you could do this stuff at home. So put your feet in front of you, make sure you've got your ankles and your knees straight and you're not rolling in or rolling out. Keep everything on the floor. Big toe joint and little toe joint equally. So what you want to do is you want to pull up. When you see what's happening as I pull up, this rug starts to move. You want to be able to pull your metatarsal arches upwards and then let them go all the way up and let them go. And I always get cramped doing this on my left side because it's slightly weaker, so don't be surprised if that happens. You don't want to do this with your toes. You want to do this with them. Try and keep them as flat and as square as possible. A couple more of those. It's quite hard work for your feet. It's very good for anybody who's about to begin point work or is currently doing it and needs a bit of extra strength in those feet. Super important. Give your feet a bit of a shake after that. If you're anything like me, I used to struggle very hard because I've only got small toes with being able to roll over, so that's going to help. So let's have another go at that. If you've got something in front of you that you can pull towards you with your feet, go ahead. See how far you can get that thing to pull towards you. And I'll go with this blanket. Can you see? If you can pull something towards you with your feet, you're going to be doing pretty well for point work. Just another couple. I want to see if I can get this thing to get right to my feet, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Last one, hold it, and then relax. Keep your feet shake. That one will probably give you a fair amount of cramp under here. So you might want to do what I've just done and just stretch your toes backwards that way. Just to release a bit of that tension. Right, I think it's now time for a cool down. So, stand up again, come to the edge of your blanket, your mat, or just the space you're in. Make sure you've got enough room around you. You're going to stretch your arms forward and up. Breathe in, breathe out, and down. And again, stretch your arms forward, take them up. Looks like you helping. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again, arms forward and up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you're going to roll down. Take that top of your head and imagine it's going between your feet. Ziggy's going to help again. Hello, bud. All the way down. Try not to rock back in your legs. Hands on the floor. Bend your knees. Oh, there goes a tendon. Stretch your legs. Bend your knees all the way down this time. And friend. Stretch your knees. And then roll up. Bit by bit. Try not to skip any of the bits of your spine as you go. You're going to take one arm up. This is why you needed the space. Stretch over. Bend. Take your arm in front of you. And roll up. Same with the other arm. Take it over. Bend, knees over toes. And up. And again. This time we're going to go backwards. Bend. And up. Arm over. Take it backwards. If you can go further back than me, that's fine. Just be careful where your hips are. Then and stretch. Take your arm. You want to put it behind you. So I've got my right arm touching my right shoulder. My left arm's going to come over. Grab that and pull that so I get a nice stretch down my tricep. Try and stay nice and relaxed while you do that. Give your arm a shake, which is why you needed the room. Other arm. And then relax. Last thing you're going to do, stretch your arm over. Give your arms a shake. And this one. And relax your arms. Right, everybody, that is the end of today's live stream. Only a quick one, but we're just trying them out to see how they go. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you again for another live stream really soon. Bye!